This is SIU, Southern Illinois University, Carbondale.
Hi, my name is Crystal Marlow. I work in the graduate school in the Assistantship Fellowship office as the contract supervisor. Our office handles assistantships, fellowships, scholarships, and anything else grad related for funding. If you are on campus as a grad student and need information about graduate funding, our office would be your point of contact. At any time, if you have questions, concerns, you can always go to our grad school website at gradschool.siu.edu and take and look at that at your leisure and see whatever works for you or would apply for you. And if you have any questions at any time, you can contact our office via email or by phone. Everything is listed, as I said, on our grad school website. But for assistantships, we have three types of assistantships. We have a teaching assistant, a research assistant, and an administrative assistant. The teaching assistantship is essentially that you teach in a respective department. The research, you would do research for a certain professor or within your own department based on your research. The administrative, that is normally office-related work. So the administrative, you would take and apply for those yourself online. Any department that would have an office position has to post those. You can find that information on our graduate school website as well. And those are open, all these positions that I spoke about are open to domestic students, international students, any graduate student on campus, off campus can apply for those. You don't have to already be admitted to have applied for an assistantship. Most of the time that's how you come to the graduate school, is a department will contact you and let you know they have funding and an assistantship available for you. So you can apply, there's not an actual application, so to apply for an assistantship, you just go to your respective academic department and talk to them, see what kind of funding they have available. If they don't have funding available, you could actually go outside to a non-academic department and work outside of your academic field and have an assistantship. They will sometimes post those positions and let you know that they have they're looking for a TA or they're looking for an RA outside of the administrative. So I highly recommend checking the grad school website for those type of funding opportunities, as those are ever changing. But also check with your department and keep in contact with them, as they would be your point of contact to get an assistantship. Our office also handles scholarships, and those are open to domestic students and international as well. Each one has different criteria. So everything I talk about, I will refer you to the graduate school website to look at that criteria, see what works for you, see what you can apply for, and I encourage you to apply for everything and see what options you have, coming in as a new grad student or a returning. Our scholarships, we have a tuition waiver scholarship, which is a full tuition scholarship with no work requirement. We have a GSP that is a 1/3 tuition waiver for new incoming students. So in the tuition waiver scholarship, you can apply for that on your own. You don't have to go through your department or have approval from them to apply. That would come directly to the graduate school. The GSP, you have to be nominated by your department. This is, as I said, a 1/3 tuition waiver. So if this is something that you're interested in, contact your department, let them know you found that on our website, and ask if that's available for you. And if so, your department will complete the form and send it over to us, and we will let you know one way or the other whether or not you have been awarded a scholarship. Any of our scholarships, for that matter, are done that way. We also have a Native American scholarship. We have a Willis Schwartz scholarship. So as I said, each one has different criteria. Take a look at the grad school website, see what works. Outside of the assistantships and our scholarships, we also have fellowships that we run through a competition. We have a Delight and Dorothy Morris Fellowship that is for domestic students only, and again, that's a 5-year fellowship that will come with a stipend, a work requirement, And we have the doctoral fellowship, we have the master's fellowship, we have the graduate dean fellowship, and then we have the prompt assistantship. For all of our fellowships, you will have a packet that you must complete that requires a CV, a personal statement, letters of recommendation, department nomination, that type of thing. So it takes some time. So if you're interested in a fellowship and that's something that is intriguing to you, I encourage you to start on that early, fill it out as complete as possible, submit everything to your department, because everything for our fellowships, you must be nominated through your department. You cannot apply for those directly. But to work with your department, talk to them, see what they will recommend, see what they have available. If you're coming into a big department, there might be several students that will be applying as well. So you should apply early, get your material together, get it as complete as possible. For our fellowships, one thing to keep in mind is if you're in a department that does not require a standardized test for admission, our fellowships do require that. So I would recommend, if you're looking at applying for a fellowship, to schedule a standardized test and take that as early as possible. Everything has a date and a deadline to apply, which is on our website under our guidelines for each of those respectively. The scholarships, you don't have to have the standardized test for. That is strictly for our fellowships. So again, there's scholarships, there's fellowships, there's assistantships. That is your funding opportunities that you can have through the graduate school outside of financial aid, personal loans, that type of thing. I would encourage you to work, again, with your department. Let them know that you're interested. Let them know that you're looking. Even if you're a new student, let them know via email that you're coming in the fall, say, or in the spring, whenever you're admitted, and just work with your department. At any time, you can contact the assistantship office with any questions via email, phone. We're here to help you and try to make this a smooth transition for you and make it as comfortable as possible. And for returning students as well, if you had funding and you're no longer going to have that with your department, we can help you figure out other ways to get funding. A lot of questions that we get with our assistantships are they guaranteed? Are they renewable? It depends on departments and their funding, but yes, they are renewable. They are not guaranteed because a lot of them go semester by semester. With an assistantship, you will get a stipend monthly. You will get a tuition waiver, a full tuition waiver, and you will get, you have a work requirement based on your percentage of time. If you're 25%, you'll work 10 hours. If you're 50%, you'll work 20 hours. And that is the requirement for the assistantship. The scholarship, you do not have a work requirement, and you also do not receive a stipend, but you will get a full tuition waiver. The financial aid, it is just that. You would apply through them, talk with them about your funding opportunities, any loans that you would want to take in addition to an assistantship or scholarship, whatever you may have, through the graduate school. The other thing is with our fellowships, how competitive are they? We get those questions a lot. And they are competitive because you aren't just applying within your department, you're applying campus-wide, and you'll go through a competition. You'll be selected by a panel of faculty, and from that's why I really encourage you to put a complete packet together as much detail as you can about your degree, what you're doing with it, what you're going to do with it outside of graduation, and really just be as detailed as possible. With the fellowships, each one has a work requirement. You will get a monthly stipend, and you'll get a full tuition waiver. The one that I did not mention is the Dissertation Research Award. That is for PhD candidates that are in their dissertation status. You will apply through your department. That is the same thing. Talk with your department, let them know you're interested in it, that you've read the guidelines, you met the criteria, and put your packet together just like you would on a fellowship, and they will be able to work with you. I would contact your graduate secretary or a advisor that you work with. A lot of times students will come and ask us who should they contact, especially new students not on campus yet. Work with your professor that's recruiting you here. Work with the graduate secretary that you've talked to about your admission packet. We get a lot of questions about admissions in our assistantship office because they go hand in hand. Once you're admitted, then you'll find out about your funding opportunities at that time. So at any time, the graduate school is here. If you have any questions, let us know. The assistantship office, again, like I said, we are available for any resources you might have. Dates and deadlines are on our website because they all have different dates and deadlines. They all have different criteria regardless of what you're applying for. So I strongly encourage you to refer to the graduate school website, not just as a new student, it's throughout your whole process up until graduation, because any updates we have, anything that changes will be on the grad school website, and that'll probably be the quickest and the easiest way to find this information out. At the end of this video, there will be a resource page that will refer to our funding opportunities that has links for you to write down, to review. You can go to those at your leisure, take a look at everything, and see what works best for you. And I welcome you to campus, and if you're already here on campus, good luck in your career, and we're here if you have any questions, just let us know. Thank you.